Hey guys, welcome to Roll for Adventure, episode 35. We ended last session having a large creature jumping right in front of us and annoyingly stopping us from getting to where we want to go. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll get straight into it.
Let's see what carnage unfolds. Having made your way through the Harvest Hearth clearing, this feasting ground of the Autumn Eladrin, pushing north, finding a six-legged boar to use as a steed to carry you north a little quicker than you otherwise would have moved, pushing through the Hobgoblin Guard at the entrance, or most commonly exit, through the Steaming Peaks. You got a little bit of guidance partway through there, about half a day's worth of safe travel down some of the less precarious tunnels in the mountainside here. Eventually your guide parted ways with you, and you were on your own to navigate these tunnels. Between the small rodent-like creature you'd picked up and some clever use of the air flowing through the tunnels, you were able to mostly, without issue, navigate through the safer portions here. Did have a couple of interesting encounters. A fire-like snake creature that seemed to be doing some sort of menial task of keeping these various fire snakes in some kind of one of those steaming geysers. Pushing on for a bit further, sending your rat down a tunnel. He was gone for 20 minutes before you chased in, heard yelling on the other end, and could see a fire giant using the steam and the hot waters of these mountains as a forge, dangling the rat above his open mouth. Luckily, the language was shared among one of your party members and a conversation was had, eventually finding out that this giant was a friend to the hag that you were looking for and had some information and some insight to give you, allowing you to traverse a few more of these tunnels unscathed and giving you some peace of mind to rest before continuing on. As you did, navigating through, taking the path of least resistance as best you could determine, till eventually you came to a decision. Head down a path that was boiling hot, or head down one that was freezing cold. And given that you're moving in the way of the icy tundra, it made only sense to head down the chilled path. Eventually, the tunnel's edges turned to ice, and you found a big chamber filled with this crystalline structure up the center where one of these geysers had frozen over, seemingly. As you entered this chamber and had a look around, nothing struck your attention. Lily moving first, sliding along the icy floor in this cave here, until you almost made it to the exit on the other side of the tunnel, as this large, serpent, reptilian-like creature fell from the ceiling and cemented itself between you all and the exit. And as that is where we left off, can I get everyone to roll initiative?
Kyle, I swear to God, if this is low because of your 18 earlier.
Oh. 4.
Not bad.
4.
Makes 6.
1. Nice.
Oh. Look what you've
I'm
done.
doing it all the time today. Unnatural 20.
Nice. Good for you.
Wow.
I say I'm a
it is,
ball
it
of
is.
energy. What did you get?
Unnatural 20. I have a +5.
Cool.
Congrats, bro.
I'm a +0.
Could be worse.
Well, could be as
I don't know, man.
You might have.
That's yeah, true. I could have gotten 0.
you're paralyzed for 5 minutes.
Oh man.
Okay.
And my HP is currently.
Who would have followed Lillian first, do we reckon?
I feel like you would.
Yeah, I think I was probably trying to follow her.
All right. So we had 20 from Strider. Okay.
Oh man.
As you all slide across this floor, I will say, having decided to take that route, you will notice that the floor in here is a sheet of ice. It will be, you have options, either difficult terrain, so you can move safely across it at half movement, or if you want to try and move full speed, it'll be an acrobatics check, and on a failure, you will have no movement and will be knocked prone.
Okay.
This gives me flashbacks to the last campaign.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ice dragon.
As the frost salamander falls from the ceiling, you can immediately see the inside of its mouth glowing an almost pure white blue. Heavy, hot steam pouring out and mixing with the air around it. Or not hot. Heavy steam coming from its mouth and mixing with the air in here, giving this frosted chill to the environment around you.
He's kind of cute though.
You all just managed to spot this thing before it got a surprise round at the end of
That's
last
right.
session. So, Strider, top of the round, you're up.
It's half movement, you say?
Half movement, or if you want full movement, acrobatics check.
I am good, honestly. I'm gonna step over here.
Oh, that sucks. My speed's like 15 now.
Gonna step in front and be like, everyone watch out, seems like a lizard type, could use a tail attack or a tongue type effect, so just keep your distance when you can. And I'm going to grab out an alchemical fire, and I'm going to throw an alchemical fire at it.
Okay.
Num.
Go ahead and give me a... That's just a ranged attack.
Yeah, just a ranged attack. Not bad. That's going to be 18.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
Leave the card up. That'll hit.
Awesome. So, sticky substance will stick to him and ignite the minute it hits air.
Perfect.
So, just ignites. Takes 1d4 damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay.
A creature can end this damage by using its action to make a DC 10 check, Dex 10 Dex check to extinguish the flames.
Okay.
But it does not say it. It doesn't say it has a round limit.
All right.
So until he decides to somehow, with his four legs.
Does he take damage straight away or just on his turn?
On his turn.
As you do that, give me a survival check as you make that.
Oh man, that's not good. That's not good. It's wisdom, yes.
Did you print off the axe?
Not yet. You need clarification, just ask.
26.
26. Okay. As you toss that, this oil slicks its way across the creature and the flames start to lick up its exterior. Kind of looking at it, you see for a moment that frosted chill emanating from its mouth grows in its intensity as the heat around this creature seems to infuriate it beyond belief. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
That is a ranged attack, it says.
It says use an action though, right? It just so happens to use a ranged attack.
Make a
as the
ranged
roll.
attack against a creature or object treating the alchemist fire as an improvised weapon.
Oh, it's an improvised weapon?
Yes.
Then yeah, that's an attack. Yep.
Then I'm
Totally.
going to pull out my crossbow and I'm going to take a shot.
Yeah.
Can I choose to end my crimson riot?
Yeah, if you want.
No, I'm keeping on just in case.
Totally.
We'll see. That's going to be pretty high to hit. 23.
23 will hit.
6 plus Well, I am rolling ice damage.
Okay, it is immune to cold. Get that out of the way now.
That is fine. It's just it makes it magical if that matters.
It does not.
Sweet. He takes 6 damage.
6 damage.
And I'll take my crimson right off my crossbow.
Okay. Drop that. Alrighty.
Yeah, and I will move one more
Yep.
to kind of protect Lily.
Mhm.
And I'll kind of put my arm in front of Lily and just be careful. This thing could have tricky movement if it's used to walking on ice like this.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn.
Totally. Start of its turn, it takes
Boom.
4. Roll a 4 for me.
I'll use the
4.
red one.
Mm.
3 fire damage.
It takes 6. It is vulnerable to fire, but as that flame creeps up its side, you get the sense that this creature would usually have to take some time to recharge its breath that seems to be emanating from it. Each time that fire seems to encroach on it, it seems to get it back automatically.
Oh, it's a double edge.
So,
Yummy.
given that it has its freezing breath, it's going to go ahead and use that,
Yeah, I should have not stacked.
I mean, you couldn't have known.
which is a 60-foot cone. So that's going to get all 3 of you.
What?
Can I please get a Constitution saving throw from the party?
Oh my god.
I can do that.
Can't save it.
I am proficient.
I've had better.
Agreed. It's gonna hurt.
16.
13.
16.
Everyone fails.
Ah,
As this thing puts its 2 front feet on the ground, you see the frost around its mouth increases in intensity. The light, the glow from within its mouth seems to emanate through that cloud. And in a spray of icy shards and this cold exhalation of breath, this ice shards across the floor, this freezing mist enveloping all of you.
no, he's
Oh, no.
grinning.
Oh no.
He's grinning. He's
I can't tell if that was 4 or 5 die.
He's excited. Look at him.
I'm scared because I don't got enough HP for a breath attack.
No, you don't.
Not regularly.
Low-ish damage. 38 cold damage on a failed save.
38.
That's right.
Okay.
No,
30.
I'm a lightful marker.
38.
I don't have my pins.
30. And then 8. 20.
Oh,
I don't have my pins either.
I don't like
In the
this.
bag. That's
It just sucks when it's things that like are saves and not against your AC, because it's like my AC is so high, but when it's things like this, it don't matter.
Cough out a lot of blood, and I say out loud, stay close range with it so it has no choice but to not use that move.
Okay.
What?
I can't even move that far.
Hit attempt.
No, my acrobatics is +0.
All good.
It's going to
Use your
remain
strength.
where it is. Lily's up.
Now,
She is going to use unsealing words. And she's just going to say, "That hurts, you son of a bitch!" And then she's going to cast... Yeah, I'll do it. Psychic Glance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I doing anything for that?
Doesn't that trigger?
Oh, yes. Roll me a D100. And don't roll whatever you rolled last time.
don't roll next to you, please.
40.
40.
I don't trust that number. I don't know why.
And I haven't rolled 40 yet.
The familiar visual and sound of a collection of sparking, intertwining, colored lights explode out in this
It's the fireworks.
place here as fireworks erupt. And as that happens, I'll say, as that light illuminates the cavern here, looking around, you can see that the walls that you had noticed had turned to ice are a thick several feet, and you can see, as that light dissipates through the chamber, faces frozen behind 3 inches of ice around the entirety of this thing that might have been twice the size originally, as feasts have been had and the remains have been frozen on the outside of the chamber.
I had a question. When we were running and he landed in front of us, we could see the exit, right?
Yeah, you can see it behind him.
Is this one?
One of those.
Okay, one of them. Sick.
And I also rolled a 3 for the unsealing word, so it's -3 to their saving
Okay.
throw.
What saves he making?
It is a intelligence saving throw.
He is not that. That'll be a -1.
Hell yeah! So take 76 psychic damage and is incapacitated until my next turn.
Oh shit! Okay, that's huge.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's I don't think I have that
like
written
2d4,
down.
right?
Yeah, it's like 2d4
And
plus
greater
2.
is
24 psychic damage.
24 psychic damage.
You want me to just quickly Google it
I just
for
have a
you?
move that heals me, so I'm wondering if it's
Oh,
better.
which one will do more for you?
Yeah.
I'll have a look.
24. Nice. As you do that, and kind of in place freezes, trying to rattle its brain with this unfamiliar sensation. All right. Anything else from Lily?
No.
Okay.
These.
Incapacitated, so it has no actions or reactions. Well, until when? The end of your next turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No actions or reactions? Oh, thank God.
Yorna, you're up.
You do your next turn.
I'll look at that. He wants to know what the health potion.
Greater health potion here.
Greater health potion is 4d4 plus 4.
1, 2, 3. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So just within 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw my first hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go on.
I'm gonna. It's decent. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Alright. I'm gonna do a superiority die.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the goading attack.
Yep.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
12.
So he has disadvantage on everything except for me.
Okay.
Alright. Damage. 12 slashing damage. So I bury one of my hand axes into its side.
And digs into the tail. You see this almost black ichor-like blood start to pour from the wound.
Extra attack.
Yep.
I pull out the bloodthirster.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bother spending a bonus action. I'm just gonna throw it.
Yeah.
So again, that's not gonna do it. That's a 10.
That does not quite hit.
That's right. It goes wide, and then as a bonus action,
Oh.
I'm gonna use quick toss, and I'm gonna.
Alrighty.
The visual is very like gunslinger, like. So, let's see. You can expend one superiority die and make a ranged attack with a weapon that has the thrown property, yada yada yada.
Yep.
Okay, so it's just a normal.
Another one of what you've been doing.
Yep. With the serrated hand axe. Oh, come on! Does the serrated hand axe have a +1?
It does not.
12.
12 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Damn it! It was gonna be so good.
As that serrated axe glides off of this creature's like thick leathery hide, and you just hear it dig into the ice, do a few flips, and skate across the floor behind it. Anything else from Yorna?
No.
Okay.
I just realized I could have played that better.
Back up to Strider at the top.
1, 2, 3. Kind of limping quite a lot, to be honest. I'm gonna pull out my +1 longsword.
Yeah.
We're like, you fucking bitch, that hurt. And I'm going to, in my wounds, let the blood pour out on my blade. And I'm going to go for a strike
Hell yeah.
on him. Let's see. Nice. 16 plus 8.
That'll do.
And I'm going to hit him. That's D8, and I'm also going to use my Grasp of Avarice, which is D6 extra damage, and I heal the same damage.
Ah.
Nice, that's great to know. 16 damage.
Nice.
And I heal 9 HP.
Alrighty.
Which is good. And then I'm going to bonus action, pull out my crossbow, shoot him in the fucking head.
Yeah, go for it.
Because he deserves it. 15 plus 7 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And I'm going to activate the Grasp of Avarice again.
Damn, alrighty.
And use it up to my proficiency bonus.
Sick.
Which I just rolled it again. So 2 crossbow, actually 6 crossbow damage. 3 damage from the necrotic, if he's resistant or anything.
He is not.
And I gain 6 HP.
Nice.
So end my turn there.
Okay.
That's not bad. 22.
So you start pelting him with weapon fire. This black ichor seems to leak out, and as it leaves his body, seems to almost like freeze in the atmosphere and hit the ground and just shatter across it. This thing is reeling back, kind of like a frightened animal, with that psychic lance still ringing through its head. And in fact, I think it's going to try and back up a little bit here, just to get away. So it kind of pushes back and tries to get out of the chamber.
Take a swing.
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, that does still put me in range.
That's going to be 14.
14 to hit.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite hit. You can, however, roll me the fire damage.
Oh, yeah! But
But breath.
huh?
Nothing he can do about it. It's on there.
I can't put it out.
You could if you want to use an action.
3. So 6.
Yeah. 69.
Tell the fire to stop.
You're going to attack next round.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So he backs up. You can see as that flame licks around his body, the furiosity through the confusion that breath weapon does recharge. The frost starts billowing again from its mouth. But it is unable to do anything about it. And we move straight back to Lily. Oh,
When he last did his breath attack,
yeah.
I want to know if it seemed like, with the flames charging it up without him needing to, did it seem like he had to do the breath attack? Did it seem like,
Like it was forced out of him.
yeah, like he couldn't hold it in, maybe?
Give me a nature check.
You want to blow him up?
Overcharge it, maybe? 13?
13. It just seems more like an innate breath weapon. Like you've seen other creatures with this thing before. It's just every so often they'll have the ability. This is just invigorating it to keep doing it if it wants to. Over to Lily.
How are you looking?
Still not great. I'm half HP. Which isn't much.
I mean, I'm less than you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What are you on?
27.
I'm on 22.
22?
I was on 7.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna healing word at level 3 on straight up.
Can I get a D100, please?
Oh no.
Upcasting to level 3.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Let's just say this for later.
Unless this one backfires, then she will get it.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
11.
11.
I promise, I meant to heal you.
The healing
Just
orbs.
does damage instead.
Good to know.
Oh no.
Continue.
Oh no.
Hey, at least it's not polymorph.
You probably healed the creature instead.
4, 8, 11 HP to you.
Thank you.
Chunky. Damn, 33 coming up in double numbers.
Yeah.
That's fun.
See, that's
Like the amount of damage you did to me.
action and a level
Yeah.
4 spell slot.
When it was low.
Yeah, true. That was a low roll, apparently.
I would try. Yeah.
There's no point in me
And run and slide. this
Well, though,
way.
if it's part of like doing damage, it's like
Okay.
worth it.
You want to give me an acrobatics check?
I can only do that one more time.
Hi. Yeah. Oh, 21.
21. Okay. Yeah, then you have full movement to go wherever you'd like to go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Controlling yourself to kind of slide through the chamber and make your way across there.
Do 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 do.
At least now we're pretty spread. So I guess he could still get.
He just has to pick which two to get.
Yeah.
But I get the next turn before he does.
I would like
Like it is Yorna than me.
to throw the fine seed in my bag
Oh, okay. Interesting.
at him.
The what?
The big vine ball
While you're looking through your bag,
is gone.
can you just name one random small item in your equipment
Random
currently?
small.
Yeah.
This will be whatever your
She-
spell did.
It's now 2 times the size.
Am I? How would I make it random? Am I-
Just pick something.
Roll a number and then count that many down.
All right.
Roll a
Do
d6 or
it.
something.
D8. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sharing badge.
Mm.
Uh,
The one from the festival.
As you reach into your bag to pull out that vine seed, you can see the small area in your bag where you had been keeping those. There is now kind of a half squished cupcake coming out of that pocket in your bag. Beautiful looking thing, looks freshly made with frosting, but just kind of looks like it's been smudged up against the side of your bag.
So you just turned the badge into a cupcake?
That's it.
Okay. Pick out the vine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toss it a little bit of icing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the vine might pop off in the Feywild, though.
I'm interested to see
Where are
how
you trying to
this
aim this thing?
goes.
Like in front.
Okay.
Just throws like grass at it. And...
Oh, can I roll it? On the ice?
Bowling!
There's an idea. Yeah, totally.
Do it between the strategies.
I'll let you choose whether that's athletics or acrobatics.
Trick shot.
Damn.
I'm not a goalpost, please.
13?
13. You roll that
I'd be
across.
done with it by now. You seen me drink an energy drink? I finish it in like 10 minutes.
Takes me about 42 hours.
I'll say.
I wish I was you sometimes.
It gets to
yeah, that's
about
good, that's
there,
good.
rolls over, and kind of will continue to slowly roll, but someone could continue that along if they wanted to. Kind of skating across the ice as it goes. Anything else from Lily?
Push that thing in front of you, Strider!
This plant?
Yeah!
I'll think about it.
What?
I might.
No, please.
Well, I guess if you ask nicely, well, I'm just trying to keep myself alive currently.
That's my job.
All right. Is that Lily then?
Yeah.
Okay, moving back to Yorna.
So I should be able to, if I go 1, 2, 3, that is technically
Yeah, technically overlapping with that.
I
sick.
need to write down cake. Smoosh.
All right.
Whale him.
I'm gonna
Whale
try.
him. Harpoon him.
I do need that. All right. Long sword. I take a strike. Oh, come on. 10.
Misses, I'm afraid.
All right.
Again, glancing off of that like thick hide of this creature.
extra attack.
Yeah.
13.
13 doesn't quite hit.
I'm gonna bonus action. So, action surge is just you get more actions. It's not like getting a whole nother turn.
No, you just get an additional action.
Okay, I'm gonna second wind.
Yep.
Since I am in close proximity of this now. Yeah, hell yeah. 10 plus 7, 17 healing. Holy. Alright. And I'm gonna action surge.
He's no longer incapacitated, right?
No.
I'm gonna try again. Okay. Dirty 20.
The hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. Mm-mm. 7 slashing damage.
Yep.
And I get 1 more attack. Or did I already do both of them? I think I get 1 more.
Say what?
For like extra attack.
You did attack and extra attack, and then you did second wind.
And then I did action surge.
Oh, yeah,
and
yes,
I
you get 1
attack,
more.
so I get 1 more. Okay.
Yep. Get the extra attack again.
Sweet. 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
There
Sweet.
you go.
Come on, give me max damage. Give me max damage. 13 slashing damage.
Guess what, guys? It was max
was
damage.
It was max damage. Who would have guessed?
As you take that strike and carve a wound up its tail, you can see this thing kind of frantically pushing back is already bloodied.
Okay, good. I think that's all I can do.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's you?
That's
Okay.
me.
Then we jump back up to Strider as this thing kind of pushes itself up and is like shaking its head, getting rid of that last psychic residual energy. It kind of focuses itself back on the fight.
Does this seed ball thing have like thorns on it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it wherever it's safe on one
Yeah.
of its roots. I'm gonna go 1, 2, and
Yeah. Give me
on its head.
Improvise weapon.
improvised weapon attack.
I thought you were gonna cram it into its mouth.
No,
That's what I thought.
Whack the shit
So
out of it.
it'll just be Dex no proficiency.
Yeah, so good luck. 11.
11. You go to slam this thing down. The creature like ducks out of the way. It's unnatural movement from its body, and you're still there holding it.
Alright, I miss, and I'm just gonna leave it at its feet.
Yeah, totally.
Is this close enough?
Yep. Good job.
Alright, that was a one-handed improvised attack.
Yep. Go for it.
Can't miss at this range. But no, shouldn't have said that. Hear me out. There's a 13 here.
No.
I missed.
You go to hit it with
No.
this thing. It ducks out of the way, watches you drop it, sees that hand come up, and as the crossbow bolt is released, its teeth just close over it, and it gets snapped in that icy void of its mouth.
Oh, fuck.
Anything else from Strider?
I'm gonna stand there ready.
Who wants to roll a d6 to see which way this breath attack goes?
Can I?
Yeah, go for it. Evens it hits you, odds it hits both of them.
I want it to
Does
be
it
even.
doesn't even matter which way.
Even,
I
even.
move.
Sorry, guys.
Great, can I get Constitution saving
Roll.
throws from Lily and
Three.
Strider, please?
I'm not far enough.
Nah.
60
60
feet.
feet.
It's
Oh,
like
60
half of this
feet.
chamber.
Fuck.
And it's a cone too, so it's not even.
Yeah, it
Like
kind
I
of
had
goes.
one square
Damn.
movement left,
Yeah,
I thought
but
it
no
was
matter
far
where
enough.
I moved, I was gonna get hit.
Yeah.
Dex serve, please. I might die here.
It's con, right?
Con.
Con. Fuck.
That's pretty good.
14.
14.
Plus con.
I know I failed because I rolled better last time.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, 19 succeeds, so you will take half damage.
Lily's gonna go
Fuck
down.
either way. You gotta finish him.
I think
All
you,
once.
You might be okay. I don't think.
could.
I think Lily's cooked.
Yeah, only if I'm only okay if he rolls low again and it's halved. If he rolls high and it's halved, I might get fucked.
He
Lower
has,
than last time.
has to roll
so
like
34 to Lily.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
down.
Okay, Lily hits the ground. What's that? 34 halved is 17 to Strider.
17?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
16.
Thank you.
I'm down too.
Oh shoot! Well, guess I gotta come out with the. Oh!
No.
Gotta come out with the Lily injured image.
Yeah.
No.
And the first down.
Her first down. 35 sessions ain't bad.
That isn't bad. It's a pretty good track record.
Okay. Roll your fire damage.
Oh.
We forward.
Yeah. Get your brick attack.
Wait,
Might
that
as well
means
get it in.
the
Full fire. So
Nice.
8.
You can't stop it.
I can't stop it.
No,
And I doubt he can.
no. I mean, now she can't do what
Oh,
she was
yeah.
planning to do with her little weed.
Chuck a health potion my way.
Then that's how it works in D&D.
I'm also super far away.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
We need to like beat this to crap and then get to Lily
I don't
as soon
think
as possible.
I could get to Lily, but there's no point. I don't need to kill it.
End of its turn, Lily. Hope he's got a death saving
Because
throw.
I'm just brick attacking me.
Are you keeping this secret?
Yes.
Oh, I cannot see what that is.
Bing, 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 bing,
to keep
bing,
it
ding,
secret.
ding,
I don't want her to
ding,
die.
ding, ding.
That's bloody.
I have a plan.
At the bottom.
Oh, yes. Good to know. Sweet.
Bloody. If I run to heal Lily, I'm just gonna get brick attacked on top of her.
I have a plan.
So just to reiterate, while you are dying,
Oh yeah, I can cry
so
and speak, right?
when you have no failed saves, you can crawl up to half your movement to a maximum of 10 feet and you can speak. Once you have one failed save, your crawl speed is reduced by 5 feet. Speech is a whisper, and on 2 you're unconscious, on 3 you're dead. So,
Yes, I have half
that-
movement already because of ice, so.
yeah.
Oh fuck.
Well, it's not. Yes, no, you're right. So yeah, you can crawl 5 feet. Yorna's up. This thing has only
If you're
just
thinking
been
about
hit
what
to bloody.
are you thinking about an issue with that?
No, I'm now struggling with character conflict.
Yeah. What's Yorna gonna do?
Thing's bloody.
Just.
You're like,
Bloody. You can say it.
can I squeeze around it to get advantage somehow? Like
I can.
Skinny Legend?
I'm afraid not.
I think I can
It's taking
get
up
to
to the edge of
advantage
that
of
square.
you. maybe.
I mean, if you really want to try and squeeze through here, it'll take an action.
Slide under its feeties.
Well, it's okay. How fast can you get to Lily if you had to? Like, would you slide? Would you try and slide to her?
Yeah, I could try slide. But again,
It's
it's
just-
just attack us. I can't escape after.
True.
That's why we have to kill it
We
first.
need to kill it first. Okay.
At least move.
Or you
I'm-
could try and put the fire out.
Okay, I'm going
move-
to.
Yeah.
Oh wait!
Up to you.
I'm gonna bonus action.
Oh, there you go.
I can just put him anywhere, so I can just give myself advantage.
That's thinking. Well, you can give Strider advantage.
Yeah.
That's fine. As long as someone gets advantage, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give Strider advantage with my Rocky Boy. So bonus action.
You raise that ring to pull him out of the earth, and most of his form as he springs out is a few rocks trapped in ice, and you can see a few like human or other humanoid creature remains sticking out of the icy protrusions as he lands behind the creature.
Oh god. All right, and I'm gonna longsword.
Yeah.
Do I drop my shield for bigger damage? Decisions. It's just if I go down, that's it. Nah, I'm just gonna smack him with regular. 10 to hit.
Misses.
Extra attack. Come on. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, I'm gonna make it a goading attack.
Okay.
Needs to make a wisdom saving throw of DC 15.
Oh, Jesus in the track. 9.
Okay, he has disadvantage
Yeah.
on everything except for me.
Got it.
I'm gonna do my damage now. 8 plus 8! Max damage on both, so 16 plus the 5, 21.
Damn, pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Thank the Lord. Okay.
So you carve a large gash into the back of his tail, and a chunk of meat falls to the floor off of his body.
Perfect. And then I'm gonna get my Lesser Earth Elemental to give him an old slam.
Yeah, just going for a slam.
Yeah, just really batter his like
Sweet.
hind, like
Give
just
him an attack then.
crunch. Come on. Oh, 14 to hit.
14 does not quite hit, I'm afraid.
He just kind of misses.
Yeah. Goes for the slam. Mostly a few ice shards hitting the back of this creature, unfazed.
All right. Otherwise, he just sits there ready to provide assistance for some advantage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Yorna down top of the round, Strider.
How's he looking?
He was bloodied a round ago. He's taken a bit of damage since. He's just lost a chunk out of his tail, so he can't be doing too good.
Round of fire.
The alchemical fire,
Yeah,
it sticks to a surface.
it does.
If I were to put it on my sword and strike, would it deal fire damage on the strike?
For the sake of making it not mechanically overpowered, I'm going to say no.
Can you stack alchemical fires on someone
Ooh, there's a thought.
if they already have it on them?
I don't see why not.
Risque.
I'm gonna action grab my last alchemical fire.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab it like by the lid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shatter it on its head.
Yeah, totally. Take the attack with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good roll. Nat 20.
Okay. Fuck it. Roll me a d6 for the vial smashing over this creature.
damage. 1.
Nice. It takes an extra point. Okay. You hear it echo throughout the chamber as more of that flaming oil erupts around the creature.
And I will bonus action pull out my crossbow.
Yeah.
And I'll shoot him.
Go for it.
Advantage.
Yeah. That's still going to be a hit. 13 plus 7.
Yep, it'll hit.
Natural. And then that is d6. And I'm going to then also use my last grasp attack. So my blood on the blade.
Yep.
He takes 5 piercing damage
Mhm.
and 5 necrotic damage.
10 all up.
I
Nice.
heal 8.
Awesome.
And that will be my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Currently has your goading on it,
Yes.
so it is preoccupied with you.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Fire.
as it still burns, yep, give me 2d4.
I swear I put both attacks towards
4 altogether.
So 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Goaded by you. It does get its breath attack back, which is a save and not an attack. I'm going to leave this up to the dice on what he goes for. Whether he goes for physical attacks on you, being that you're a heavy threat close up,
Hit me, Frosty, hit me! I'm trying to like convince it here.
Come on.
on an 11 to 20, it goes for Yorna. On a 1 to 10, the others. That's a 4. So con save for Strider. Lily will automatically fail a single save, because it is not a melee attack.
It is weird because like you technically have disadvantage on attacking anyone else, but because it's a save.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Con save.
Yes, please.
Alright. Oh, thank God. 19.
19. So you
Okay.
succeed, so you'll take half damage.
It's gonna be bad. Wasn't gonna heal before.
What? Damn, really low.
Yes, please.
28 halved is 14.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm sweating bullets over here.
I'm playing the number game.
You do that.
That is the end of his turn. I get a death saving throw from Lily.
I sincerely
this
hope
goes to your
the
last one.
Yeah.
Out of the is your third.
well. If this is a fail, that I think that's well. It depends on what she got on her first thing. No.
Right. As she is
No.
on the floor in the back of the chamber, this threat almost on the ground. Given a last few moments here to communicate with the others. Anything you want to say? What's going through Lily's mind?
I think she would reach her hand out and look at the other two. And begs, please, I need more time. In hopes that something will happen.
You reach out across this cold, icy floor. Moment of warmth against the chill of your surroundings, looking out at your allies. A last little bit of hope, extending that to the others. This desire for it to not be the end. Reach out and a warmth takes over in that moment after the chill. Both of you look back as the visage of Lily with her arm outstretched in your direction is blanketed in a layer of ice and frozen in place. As she remains lifeless within inside that icy protrusion that now extends from the floor. Yorna, what are you doing?
Fuck. Whew. Oh man.
I'm gonna drop my shield. I'm gonna try and finish off this beast as quick as I can.
Yeah.
Uh, 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Extra attack. 11 again. Okay. I'm gonna get the rock to do slime attack.
Yep.
17 to hit.
17 will hit. That is the Zacy.
8 slam damage.
Nice.
That's it.
Okay, that's you. We come back up to Strider.
Strider will look to Yorna with tears going down his face. If we kill this quickly, there's still a way. And I'm going to... I'm gonna grab... Oh, okay. I'm gonna grab, tied together, 4 blasting powders.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shove it in its mouth. And I'm going to put it down
Yeah.
as to make it, because it's a dex save to dodge.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make it in so far down his throat that he can't dodge it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, with the flame already on him, use that to light it.
Give me quickly a sleight of hand check, just to see how deftly you can do this.
That 20.
Nat 20. He's got disadvantage on the dex save then.
It has to be 15.
4.
I grab 4 pouches, light the fuse, and I just shove it in and quickly take my hand out.
Shove it down. You can feel these icy teeth grating against your arm, leaving scars as you shove that down. Rip your hand out and pull yourself back as what detonates?
Put that my way. 66
Okay.
explosive damage. Borrow some d6s.
Yeah, all there.
2 more.
Oh, in the tray. Nice. 21.
21 explosive damage.
Just enough. What does this display look like as a colossal detonation erupts inside this creature?
It's so the blast radius changes the more each one adds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably about 20 feet of his insides just spreading across the walls.
Yeah.
And just that's left is his tongue and the bag that used to hold the explosives.
So you hear this from inside as parts of its body scatter to the back wall, this dripping black, now smothered against the pristine ice. Freezing in place as it does, you see the glow in its eyes, and its mouth fades, as this is now a lifeless smattering on the back wall. As it does, you see the ice around where it was standing immediately begins to slightly thaw. You begin to hear behind you as that frozen pillar starts to give way, and you start to hear small channels of that hot water running up, and the ice from the center of the chamber slowly starts to melt in an outward direction. As you look around the chamber, that ice slowly starting to melt. You can look back and see this frozen pillar, Lily inside, arm outstretched, the light gone from her eyes.
Yorna, we need to grab that earth elemental and get it to carry her.
All right. I'm gonna get Rocky Boy to... Is she like still stuck in the ice, or she's like thawing?
It's slowly melting.
Keep her in it if you can. We need to get her out of this room and into the cold.
All right. And I get the Rocky Boy to... I don't know how long he lasts, though, because I didn't actually roll for it.
That's your wisdom, right?
Yeah,
So about 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah, can I get an athletics check from him with advantage?
To be fair, I probably could have just carried
This
him.
exploded body out the way.
Athletics.
Okay.
With advantage.
Yeah, since this is nice.
10.
10. Takes him maybe a half minute or so, which feels like an eternity, watching this happen. Digging into the ice until eventually a chunk comes free and he is able to hoist.
We need to leave
his
now
back.
and find the hag.
I'm going, and I'd start going to wherever I think is right.
Which direction?
Can I sense which is coldest?
Give me a...
Now that this room is getting warmer.
Yeah, give
maybe
me a
it helps.
perception check.
I'd like to do the same.
Yeah, totally.
29.
26, natural 20.
You take a quick look of your surroundings. Immediately, the smaller path to the right feels more chilled, but having been in this room for a while, you get the sense that it is also kind of unnaturally cold. The left-hand chamber feels more natural. There's a bit of airflow actually coming through there.
Let's go left side then. And I will down a greater healing potion.
I'm getting ready so that when the earth elemental dissipates, I'm going to carry Lily the rest of the way.
Yeah, totally.
How much is greater?
44 plus 4.
44?
Yeah.
Damn.
You need more.
Yeah, nah, that's all. Nice.
Start pushing your way out of this chamber. This tunnel seems to widen up and... Can I get nature or arcana from both of you, please? Take your pick.
I'm going with nature.
Same.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
24.
Pushing through here. You were always expecting this journey through the mountains to be a couple of days. As you begin to push onwards through here, now with a sense of shared urgency to get to the other side, to get out, to move beyond the chambers, the tunnels carved into this mountain, pushing through what might have been another hour or another day or another week's journey through these mountains, you begin to feel a fresh breeze coming through this tunnel in a matter of maybe about another half-hour travel. Begin to feel a chill of the outside air. And before long, the exit of this tunnel is in full view in front of you. You can see out to an icy landscape beyond. You can see small snow-capped ridges. You can see structures in the distance obscured by a faint snowstorm that seems to be pushing through in front of you. But the icy tundra, the Everfrost wastes, is ahead of you.
Yorna, if your dream is true about this hag potentially having your powers, that thing we saw said that you had a connection, that was far away. I take off my necklace and I hand it to Yorna to wear. I need you to wear this and try sense that connection. It may be dim, but that necklace, you might have some sort of connection. That necklace is passed down through my family, and it's connected to everything. Nature, fae. It's connected to what you need to find if we're going to find this hag quickly. And I will cast Primeval Awareness and try help using my ability to sense phase from 1 mile.
Yeah, totally. Okay. As you begin to push out of here, I'll say, with your aid, a kind of expedited process of attunement, essentially, as you start walking out into the icy tundra. First, maybe 20 minutes or so of your travel goes by, till you feel a brief connection, that attunement succeeding to this necklace, this ancient sense, this power that you can just tell is as old as Argentum. This almost a sense of belonging held within that sense of purpose. As you trek out into the snowy landscape beyond, I think we'll take a quick break.
Do we have to?
That's because I need to quickly chat with Ripley. Okay.
This is mine.
Having pushed out of the exit of this cave, your earth elemental kind of taking form back with the landscape beneath you, and you taking charge of taking Lily with you. This pendant now attuned to your being, looking out at an infinite landscape before you. Icy blizzard rolling through in front. What do you do as you push out?
Do your best.
I'm gonna try and hone in, kind of taking also the imagery from that nightmare that I had, where I saw presumably where the blue hag lived, and just using that alongside the, because would I get the vibrations from this now? Is that
If
how
there
that
was something
works?
within range, yeah.
Okay. So I'll try and focus in on that.
Yeah. Give me a nature check and take advantage with
I'll
Strider's
use
Hope.
Primeval Awareness, which will extend it to 1 kilometer.
Nature was pretty good. 22.
22. You walk out kind of almost in an aimless haze, just letting emotion guide you for the first, might be half an hour, might be half a day worth of travel. You're unsure. Pushing through, just letting fate guide you in a sense. And it's not that it starts to vibrate, the necklace. It just feels almost like a warmth in your hand a little bit. A sense of almost understanding what it is that you're after. You're not 100% sure what this item even does that Strider's handed you. But whatever it is meant to do, it seems to be doing something different entirely for you. Seems to be this warmth, this understanding, this knowledge that you're headed in the right direction. As you kind of look around, and like the end of a day's travel, exhaustion almost starts to take hold. You catch it first, briefly followed by you. Not Fey, not elemental. A sense of undeath ahead of you.
Undead? Do you have that feeling as well? Do I know if blue hags are some sort of undead, maybe?
Necromancer.
Give me a history check.
May I also partake in this?
Yeah, totally.
I'm more going for the necromancer route here.
Yeah, you can give me Arcana then.
Oh, shoot. 5.
Okay.
Uh,
You'll have advantage.
sorry.
Not
Took me out the The worst could have gone. That's all good from my first roll, though. A natural 20.
A natural 20. Blue hags are quite strictly fey creatures.
Okay. Is this the way you feel we need to go?
It feels natural.
We have to be careful then if that's the case. We'll just do our best to ignore anything. Keep our eyes focused on getting Lily to the hag.
The necklace, it feels warm to the touch. Does it do that for you?
Nope.
I touch it.
I mean, there might be a slight warmth to it, but you don't notice anything.
Just because you're holding it really tight that it's warm.
Oh.
No. It doesn't do that for me at all. It's... I guess... maybe that's normal. I don't think it should do what it does for me for you.
Oh, so this is a normal reaction and your one is the abnormal?
Maybe. I'm unsure, but it... You ever hear about warlocks making pacts and things? Imagine that I almost made a pact with that necklace in a way. So for me, maybe it acts differently.
Oh. Probably. I mean, I feel like I'm just kind of using it. Whereas you always, I see you with this always, except for that one time where I didn't see you with it for a while.
Felt like that I need to leave it away, but it's too much a part of me that I can't really let it go. Undead. Okay. I'm going to then... Do I know if undead are resistant to cold damage normally? After all the like undeads I've faced?
Depends on the undead.
Yeah, cool. Just like, fuck, 50-50.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink a regular... God, man, I need the healing if we're gonna potentially get in trouble.
I have some healing potions if you need some.
Yeah, let me check my stock.
You walking as you're talking
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I drink No. Fuck that. I drink my own.
Yeah, totally.
I drink Cure Wounds.
Yep.
Which is a D6, I believe.
D8
D8. Sweet. Can I do that?
plus your modifier, if you've got the slots.
Bougie.
I got the slots, I think,
Yeah.
plus my spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
Which was them.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice, that's really good actually.
How long can we go until rest is needed?
The way your bodies are feeling, maybe another couple of hours.
I doubt we could even sleep in this snow if we tried.
Well, don't forget, I'm already pretty tired.
It's true.
I didn't sleep well last time.
We have Violet if we need it, and I think if we're going to use Violet, this would be the time once we start hitting our stride, our limit.
True.
We'll go for a few more hours and see if we see anything, but if not, we'll have to take it. Keep going.
Keep going, pushing through. Just as you finish that last of your restorative elixir, as you pull that vial from your mouth, the wounds begin to close, and the snowstorm just stops around you. The rushing chill that had been hitting your skin for the last several hours just vanishes. The two of you kind of look around and you're in this maybe 30-foot bubble where the snow just seems to be going around. Looking in front of you, you can see At the center of this dome, almost, a small fireplace. Burning coals and a vibrant green flame. And a small campfire. Next to it, sitting on what looks like it might be like a femur of some kind of giant buried half in the snow. You see a man sitting there at the edge of the fire. He's kind of sharpening a blade.
Has he noticed us?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, can I check as well?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, shoot! 21. In addition, does this give off a different vibe now?
Now that you're in here, you see it begins to vibrate.
Sure.
50.
50.
15.
21 for me.
Into here. Strider, you're unsure if this individual's aware of you, but Yorna, looking at him, you can see he seems perfectly aware of what's happening. He's just not yet meeting your gaze.
How far are we from him?
Like 15 feet. He's kind of in the center of this dome.
Do I?
Tinkly.
Keep Lily behind you.
How am I meant to carry her? I'll switch to piggyback mode.
Okay.
Excuse me, we don't really feel like coming close until we...
The face shoots around to face you. You can see now that you're getting a better look, this person is like kind of semi-corporeal, almost half specter in a way. The side of the face that was facing you has this almost like blue pearlescence to it that as it shifts has almost a slight transparency to where you can see like through the cheek, through part of the nose, and see the skeletal structure underneath. As it turns to face you, the other half of its face seems to be missing the skin. You're just seeing almost like holographic skeleton held together with tendons that look half rotted. Its eyes, this beady glowing red as it looks.
Is this your doing?
Yes.
We don't mean any trouble, and we personally had a pretty shit day. We don't want any fights.
You will find none here.
That's good. We're looking for someone.
I know.
Can you help us?
Please.
If I feel the need.
Do you want us to come sit down at your fire with you? Give you some company?
By all means.
I'm gonna take off my cloak and I'll cover Lily.
Leave her at the exterior of this dome, away from the flame in the middle. Get a bit closer and you can feel a subtle warmth off of that green fire that seems to burn at the center of this little pocket. You seek the matron of balance. The scale mother.
Matron of Balance Scale Mother? Is that the one who goes by the name of Granny?
My master. Indeed.
We are indeed seeking this matron of balance. Would it be possible to maybe get an escort to her?
I move not from here.
As her servant, we don't mean, and I doubt we could, do her harm, but we don't mean any harm. We come a long way, and potentially what we have for her might be something she would want as well.
Everything has a price. Equal exchange.
So for the information on how to get to her, you need something in return.
And she will require the same.
I've been warned that many times. What do you want for us to get past?
Looks up at you for a moment. The eyes flare out this vibrant red.
You wish to move forward. And you've been given 2 paths back. I would take one. Remove a path to grant you a new one.
With, is he speaking to me or to us?
Just kind of generally to the both of you.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Your exit. Your way home. You have been given 2. I would take one.
We have been told of 2.
Oh. So you would take one of these paths
Away from us, so we can only take one of them.
back
Indeed.
in order to proceed.
One path for another. Equal exchange, as the Scale Mother would intend it.
Oh.
Which one's better for us?
Yeah. They're very far back.
Can I just ask a general question about the Matron of Balance? Does she care about the balance of just the Fey realm or every realm?
Only the balance of the deals she makes.
Verdant Pools is one of them. And Barrow Bog.
You can take Barrow Bog.
I will take whichever I please,
Well, which
if you agree to the terms.
May I make a history check to see which one of these is closer to our current location? Because I probably wrote it down somewhere, like on my little map, but I can't.
I'm pretty sure it was
Find
Barrow
it.
Bogs, but it's also the
One that's guarded by the.
In what sense do you think this is a history check? How
That-
are you?
That someone has told me this information. I'm just trying to recall it.
You weren't given that information.
No?
Not that I remember giving, unless it's in your book.
Okay, Verdant Pools is like... Oh, Verdant Pools is closer, I think. Going off of my little map I've drawn here.
well, we don't really have an option to say no to
Well,
them.
either way, they're both like almost identical in distance. Do we take the deal? We have to. We take your offer.
All right. Can I get someone to roll a d6 for me out of you two, please?
You want to roll it?
Oh, that.
Yeah. 5. I'm still here, guys. In spirit.
See, for a moment, his eyes flare up, and within a brief matter of seconds, you feel the blizzard retake around you, the icy chill hitting your skin. You're back in the blizzard. What's the path forward?
Do I get a sense from the necklace which way seems correct in this blizzard?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Can I, would my thing still be up, or do I have to do it again?
At this point, it's been most of a day's travel at this point, so I think it's just an hour, right? Or
Do
10
I-
minutes.
do
Yeah, so
I-
that'd be gone by now.
Do I get advantage because of the necklace?
That's allowing you to make the check.
No.
I would use my last slot to allow the
8.
primeval awareness to
Okay.
help with maybe give advantage.
Go ahead and take advantage then, as he's going to use that.
10.
You keep kind of pushing forward for maybe a half hour or so. Getting weary and tired. It takes a while, but eventually you get a sense. You're on the right path, but this kind of slowed movement for the past while has slowed your travel a little bit. You keep kind of pushing in the direction of that warmth. It doesn't take long before through the blizzard you start to see looming shapes silhouetted in the snow. These giant stone pillars emerging some hundreds of feet away through the stone or through the snow.
Does it seem at all reminiscent of what I saw in my nightmare?
You haven't seen this before. So if this is her lair, it's further out than you saw.
We'll have to keep going anyway, and maybe the stone would protect some of the wind against us.
How's Lily looking?
Frozen and dead.
How long till we get exhausted?
Maybe another half hour of travel.
You have that violet card?
I do. Let's do drugs in the blizzard.
How long does it last?
Hours. You have to roll for it though. So it could be 1 hour, it could be 4 hours.
Alright. Once we get to that half hour mark, I'll light us some violet.
Oh my gosh.
I'll let you make the con saves first to see if you get exhausted if you want.
Oh, yeah, please, please.
Oh yeah.
Then you can do that. All right. What's your passive perception?
20.
What's your passive perception?
16.
Okay. You continue pushing through until those stone pillars emerge. You get the sense like the distance between them, at a distance it looked like maybe they were, 10 feet apart, but as you get closer, these are massive columns of ancient stone that are about 80 feet apart on a pathway. The blizzard is kind of pushing past, so vision is obscured. But as you look up, clung to these pillars, maybe 80 feet off the ground, what at first you think is just big clumps of snow. Strider, you notice it first. One of these kind of moves. Looking up, you can see a maybe 12-foot, 13-foot tall, vaguely humanoid creature, like hanging on to the side of the pillar here and looking around. You can look a bit further and you can see there's maybe 5 on the pillar to your left, another 2 or 3 on the pillar to your right.
Do they seem similar to the stone creatures we met when we first entered the fair?
Give me a nature check.
I don't know, Chief.
Is that recalling information about fae creatures? They get advantage on intelligence and wisdom checks.
Yeah.
Telling you I failed
No.
if I don't. I failed.
Okay.
That one.
These things look much larger and much more beast-like in their appearance.
If this is the right way, we need to keep going. But I don't know what those are, so we either need to ignore them
Well, I put faith into the fact that the undead man told us that there was no fight here, so I'm hoping that he meant the entire area.
Well,
I'm being very hopeful right now. It's the only thing I've got.
continue moving, and I'm just going to keep my eyes around us.
Yeah. Keep moving through. Eventually, there's a point where you feel yourself kind of step through a piece of snow that has like ice under it. You hear it shattering. One of those things. You just hear this
Hey.
kind of looks down in your direction. It was hard to tell what they were from a distance while they weren't looking at you, but this thing turns around. There's this vaguely ape-like head to it, horns that curl out from this kind of dark grey, almost black flesh, this white fur around it as one of several yetis looks down at you all.
I'm just gonna keep
See it starts
walking.
like crawling down the pillar a little bit.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
Same.
Okay.
I would... the one that's coming down, how far is it?
Slightly behind you a little bit, but maybe like 60 feet away.
Cool. Slightly spray, just in case.
Yeah,
Which is this, the d6 damage.
totally.
Keep walking.
Put that up and keep walking through. And kind of keep an eye over your shoulder. You see this thing kind of walking on its front legs in your direction. Just staying just far enough back that you can just make it out through the snow.
Maybe it's just curious.
Yeah, we just keep carefully walking. If any of them jump us, we're just gonna have to call out to the hag, I think.
I think we'll be alright, but I'll keep it in mind.
Keep going.
And keep going. Give me a perception check, each of you, as you continue forward
This is
here.
so nerve-wracking. Aish! Ugh. 12.
21.
Oh, thank God.
Continuing through here a little bit. So you continue looking around. You can see there's now maybe 3 of these creatures trailing you about 60 feet behind. As you continue going, looking around beneath you, you get the sense that what you saw probably wasn't ice, but was much more likely a bone hidden beneath the snow, as you can see dozens of remains of creatures here in the snow.
I'm gonna drink a regular health potion as we're walking. Which is 1d4?
2d4 plus 2.
Don't do it in a roll.
Is rat still in your bag?
I'm not in the mood for that.
I'm really not, but we need him to run a different direction.
Are we really worried? Do they seem hostile? Like, do they seem like, oh, this is a snack?
Give me an insight check.
You just stepped on a bone.
Come on. Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. Looking back, they seem in kind of a predatory stance as if hunting, but there is this sense of alertness, this sense of apprehension to get closer.
I think right now they're a little bit wary of us, and I don't think they're going to act on it.
Okay.
But if they do, I'll set loose the rat.
Okay.
Can I get one of you just to roll a d20 for me, please?
Oh, Christ.
Oh. Lower the better. 3.
3.
3 of them pouting.
You continue walking here for a time. Looking around as you continue to move. As you look back, you can see one of them now has moved a bit closer.
Ugh.
Maybe 30 feet from you. You can see it much more clearly. This creature just slowly encroaching on your position.
Can we speed walk?
We weren't already?
Yeah,
If you would like to, yeah.
just a little faster.
Alright.
Kind of,
I also like to ready a smoke bomb.
yeah. Kind of start to pick up the pace a little bit, just sort of like half dash speed moving forward.
I would like to drink a health potion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink a greater healing potion. So that's 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
4, 8, 11. Damn. 15. Plus the 4, 19. 19.
Who would be ahead of the other?
I've got the necklace right now, so I think I'm leading.
Okay. As this thing gets a bit closer, see, as it's moving on all fours, for a time it kind of pushes itself up so that it's walking forward on just its hind legs.
I don't like this.
It's kind of pushing in your direction curiously. As it sees you kind of pick up the pace a little bit. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from Strider?
No.
Not the best, but 14.
14. You feel for a moment the chill of the blizzard almost seems to intensify, like it's going to freeze you in place, but you just barely manage to pull out of it and continue forward as you turn back and see the Yeti's eyes kind of fading from a soft glow. It kind of looks curiously at you.
Just leave it. I don't want to get into an unnecessary fight. As long as it doesn't engage, we shouldn't engage.
As you can see now, like a second one is moving up to that same like 30-foot position here.
Can I see if I know if they're similar to like wolves and like they won't fight something if they know it's too strong, or if they, you know.
Give me a survival check here.
They can
I'd like
sense
to know your enemy.
Yeah.
Its current hit points, is it less or more than 67?
Less.
Okay. And then what is its strength? Mine is strength is done. Hang on, because my strength is stupid high. I'll go dex.
Yeah.
My dex is 10. Higher or lower?
Higher.
Okay.
27.
Seem to be like moving up. You do like watching this. It is like watching a pack of animals, like observing prey to see whether they can take it.
I'm gonna, as we're walking,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite my lip so a bit of the black blood comes out,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just going to, like when I cast Hunter's Mark and my eyes
Yeah.
light up, I'm gonna try almost let out the aura of the dragon that I have in me, and I'm gonna look at them with my eyes and just try scare them.
Totally. We'll call this an intimidation check, and I'll let you use charisma if you want. Your choice.
If I want.
Yeah. Either strength or charisma.
Oh, okay. Yeah, charisma.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 15.
15.
Best I got.
You turn back around, let that aura kind of flare up and this kind of emanate from you. As you do, that kind of smell of smoke seems to dissipate from your explosives and fire that you'd been using earlier in the day. This smell of heat, this aura of strength and unknown power. And one of them kind of backs off and scurries up one of the nearby pillars. One of them still is like curiously on your tail, but backs up a little bit more so that it's again just fallen back into sight about 60 feet from you.
Nice.
Let's keep going for a bit.
Continue pushing forwards. After a little bit of time, that last one also kind of falls away.
Sick.
And these pillars come to an end after about 12 or so on either side of your path here. As you emerge from that pathway, sights start to become a little more familiar to you. You begin to see the entrance of this almost crescent-like hill that seems to push up behind a structure that you can barely make out through the blizzard.
I've seen this. This was in my nightmare.
So somehow the nightmare you saw has some realisticness to it then. Okay. Is this about the time we'd hit exhaustion or have to roll for it?
Yeah, actually, as you come out from that journey, can I get con saves from both of you?
Yoo-hoo.
This is your first full 24 hours awake, so it's just a DC 10 con save.
Oh, sick. I rolled a 10.
I rolled an 11.
Okay.
So plus that.
And you're sweet. You kind of push off that first wave of exhaustion, but another day's travel would push you for that to be even more difficult to shove off, but continue forward.
I just realized I've been doing all of my ability rolls as straight rolls. They were meant to be at disadvantage
They
because I'm
were.
exhausted.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
Take this leaf now then.
Should I take the violet to make up for it?
You can have some violet.
Up to
Just
you.
keep hitting.
No, I'll hang on
Smoke,
to it.
smoke.
I'll...
I don't have exhaustion right now, so I'm okay. There's no way to travel quickly.
On this effect, any previous levels of exhaustion return. And
So
then I
again-
potentially get another one. Okay.
But you might want to save it for when we get into the hang. Because it might not last by the time. It might run out by the time we
True.
get
There
there.
might still be time.
I
Okay.
just...
I'm gonna hang on to it for a little longer.
Should we attempt, now that we've kind of hit our stride being past our con save a little bit and still tired, but past it, start running. Just making distance, like we're going for speed versus
Yeah.
carefulness.
Though I am still carrying.
Yeah, I'll just run whatever you can run.
Okay. Whatever
Okay.
I can run then.
Yeah. So with you at a dash, it'll bring you up to your normal movement speed, because this is essentially carrying another medium creature.
Would it help if I used my cape and tied some ropes? So it was a
I mean,
backpack
it's still,
and drag
it's
it
still
and stuff?
weight.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still weight.
So for the sake of this, it's it's not determining any sort of a roll,
Okay.
it's just
So-
limited movement, but you're able to pick up the pace a little bit and continue forward through this kind of entry, through this mountain pass, this jagged, almost white-topped black stone that seems to crawl up from the earth around you. And looking around, it almost looks like this isn't maybe always here. It crops up where it needs to.
Nice.
This kind of unnatural black ring of rock as you push through for another half hour or so. That structure in the distance starts to come a little more into view. What you see, partially familiar to you. In your dream, looking in onto this, you saw what looked like a gargantuan tree stump that had been severed just kind of a couple hundred feet off the ground. Looking at it now, as you get closer, it is still about that same height. It looks like a tree that has been cut near its base. But from that base, it seems to have sprouted a full canopy of leaves over the top. You can see all manner of what look like fruits growing from its branches. The leaves themselves are a pure, icy white. This almost unnatural looking tree here. No longer just a half-dead stump, but a little more teeming with life. You get a little bit closer and you can begin to see kind of within this basin that you are now in, surrounded by these mountains, this ring around you. You can see what look like humanoid figures kind of looming in the snow, almost as if on patrol. And at first you assume they're just normal kind of human height creatures, but as you get a bit closer and realize just how far you still are from this tree, you get the sense that they are likely as tall as that fire giant, kind of lumbering around in the blizzard ahead of you.
Is there like a path we can take that avoids them?
I mean, you're essentially just, there's a ring of mountains around you, this tree at the back, and it's just kind of a flat field. There's like a cobblestone path that you're currently walking down, but very little in the way of anything else.
I think these will be working for her if she has servants like that undead thing.
You think these ones are working for her?
Yeah. It'd be too. She wouldn't keep things this close to her base if they weren't.
Mm.
And if there's some sort of frost giants or something, we already know that she's made friends with giants before.
True.
And if they are giants, at least I can speak their language, so we have some luck towards that.
All right. Continuing on.
Okay.
Do you need extra layers, or are you good?
I have my poncho.
Pushing forward for a bit longer, till eventually you're kind of nearing the front of this large house within a tree, not quite a tree house. This large front door that's maybe 30 feet tall, this heavy set ancient wood in the front of the tree. As you kind of approach, you can see those lumbering figures, one of them makes their way over to you. You can see kind of emerging from that fog around you, piercing, glowing white eyes that shoot in your direction as an undead frost giant. Half of its skin slothed off of its face, the skeletal structure and muscles shown within. One of its arms at the elbow is just pure skeletal down to this axe that it's wielding. Glances in your direction, the eyes burning bright as it looks at you. Then you watch that glow in its eyes fade, and it turns and continues its patrol.
Yeah, so we're allowed here at least.
Good start.
Can I take the necklace back now that we have?
Thank you for letting me have it.
It's just pulling to keep on me, especially when we're around these type of beings, even if I'm not attuned to it.
As you get a little bit closer, a couple 100 feet from that massive front door. Now that you're up by this tree, you can see it's probably a good, almost like the height of the House of Gold. Like, this is a tall structure, and it's about as round as it is tall. This massive, massive tree that would have taken up most of the ring of earth. This tree stump.
Damn.
Looking up as you approach that front door, is there anything you're doing?
Should I have smoked the violet?
You can smoke it quickly if you want. An inhale
One
that shit.
inhale.
She'll probably smell it though, to be honest.
I don't want to use it.
Okay. That's not your thing. I'm not trying to force drugs onto you or anything.
No, I know, but it's just... I think I want to feel this.
Okay. I'm gonna try to just kind of starts like
Hyping up.
not jumping up and down, but just trying to like
Hype up.
hype himself up a bit.
Who wants to knock?
Getting to the
You're
right
holding
space.
Louis, so I'll just go to the door. We're like,
As soon as you go to hit that first knock, you hear that?
Oh, no.
The doors open up and your hand kind of just goes through the open gap.
I suppose she did
and I
see it.
look on the side and we go, may we come in, Granny?
Enter, enter. Welcome.
Oh my god.
She was on or off?
Whichever you prefer. It's chilly outside.
I keep them on.
I'll waddle in.
You enter here expecting to see this, like, kind of fey fantasy whimsical treehouse, but as soon as you enter, it's like a hardwood home. From the exterior of this tree, it looked like it would have been like natural interior chambers, but you enter a very square main entrance. You can see paintings on the walls. You can see small side tables with vases and rings and various different parts of outfits on mannequin heads and mannequin bodies. A collection of knickknacks in the main foyer. A large rug rolled out underneath you. You can see maybe a half a dozen hallways that split off from where you currently are, and no sign of any other individual in here with you.
I was not expecting this.
No. Weirdly homely. Thank you for inviting us in.
The least I could do after such a long journey.
May we see you?
Soon enough. In time.
Well, I mean, let's get to the point. We need help.
It's been a rough few hours, you could say.
I understand you've been wandering the realm for more than a few hours. What makes now so pressing?
Our friend. She...
We need you to bring back our ally.
Yes, there were 3. Clueless and traveling. Your journey has taken some time.
Yes. We know that you are the matron of balance, as we've been told. And that you need a fair price for things.
Indeed.
If it's any consolation to you, we, us 3, including Lily, plan on taking down one that you might have called sister once. If she was a threat to you, if that had any reason why you left that coven, do know that that's where our mission aligns.
I have a sister no more. Wander my halls. Come and find me.
It's alright.
Do we just want to check each hall?
I'm not even tuned to it.
I think at this rate, we just kind of go along with what's going on.
Yeah.
Alright. Start walking.
Someone roll a d6 for me.
Can I roll it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll good.
6.
6. Kind of look around this chamber here, and kind of just pick an exit and go with it. You start wandering down the 6th of the 6 hallways that you see here. As you do, this opens up into a small round chamber. You can see the entire wall of this chamber is a mural from entrance to exit. This
Oh.
beautiful artistic expression of a city to which neither of you have ever traveled. This gorgeous painting. This would have taken hours, even more, to get to this level of artistry. Given what you were looking at in the main entrance, a small collection of knickknacks, and the layout of this building is starting to feel more like a museum of things that had been taken. This here, the expression of some individual's passion, their craft, whatever it was that made them them, in exchange for whatever it is that they may have asked. You can see kind of along one of the walls, a small stool is sitting there with this dried out bucket of dye and brush next to it that's aged 100 years and never actually got to be used. Just kind of push through. Roll me another d6.
Can I say out loud?
Yeah.
I understand that you most likely haven't had company in a while and want a fun game. And if you don't know us already, I'm a very logical person, and I understand that you're just trying to show us what to expect, but we know what to expect from these deals.
I think maybe she genuinely just wants us to find her.
Give me a persuasion check, regardless, here.
Level 1.
1.
Okay. Someone can roll a d6 for me, then.
You can.
Meh.
Oh, yeah.
Meh. 6.
Turn again down another hall. This looks, to anyone that's maybe been inside the stage back in Argentum, the large performance house, this looks like it has been, this room kind of looks like an orchestra chamber. You can see on each wall a large set of pipe organs curl up to the ceiling, very ornamental in their design. As you enter, you just hear this beautiful voice echoing through the chambers, this performance of a lifetime that is on loop in here. Someone's moment in the spotlight, someone's success in their dream, trapped forever within this room for a deal that they made.
I am curious. Do you just take people's passions that they build to cultivate? Or do you also dabble in powers they are born with?
I take whatever the request necessitates.
Okay.
Anything that would be dear to the one making a deal.
All right.
Do you often get company?
Often enough.
Well, I mean, look at her collection.
Sure.
We haven't even checked out the other rooms yet.
I do have a small question, just to maybe lighten the mood for everyone. Why does it that, why do fey creatures and such great beings as yourself all like to be known as, like, granny, grandfather, mother? There seems to be a lot of that going around, and I wonder if it's built from some sort of cultural thing.
I cannot speak for others, but for those of us that you call hags, we're always very familial, very matronly. Having such a personal name makes it a little more inviting.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer Granny, or do you prefer your name?
I have no preference.
Okay.
Your friend, the steamsmith, sends his regards.
You have met one of my wandering encounters.
He said you're very kind to him.
And he gave up a great deal for it.
Are you able to share what he gave up, or is that...
Afraid not, dear friend.
Oh, nice
Well-
try, nice try.
He was great company.
Indeed.
Did he give his ability to eat meat?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Give me a... if you're looking for an answer, give me persuasion. If you just want to read the room, give me insight.
Shit, I can read the room.
Please.
I'll read the room. Oh, it's such a high roll
Come on,
already.
come on, come on.
legit probably can't fail.
The room is
27.
27. There's this weird kind of chuckle that emanates through the chamber. You get a very real sense of, like, why is that the thing he locked onto? But also partly yes.
It'll have something to
Good.
do with that. That and probably like mead or something.
Next room then, I guess.
Roll me a d8 now, if you would.
D8.
I was gonna add to it.
8.
I was gonna add to it and say, can you give us a hint?
As you kind of make a connection here and you ask that out into the room, you push forward down a hallway that seems to split into two. Looking down one, you can see a large chamber at the end. You push forward. You can see this large, almost natural, circular room, almost like it is carved out of the center of this tree. Looks wildly different to everywhere else that you've been and looks almost identical to what you've seen in a vision. This kind of naturally carved or naturally formed little abode, little grotto here in the center of this trunk. You can see this room is abundant with life. It feels warm in here. There are fruit trees growing out of the side of the room. You can see apples and pomegranates and all sorts of more worldly, plain things that you wouldn't normally find here in the Fae. You can see a few small creatures roaming around. As you enter, you see something large kind of crawls out from behind one of those trees. Give me a history check here from Strider.
Does this to do with a creature?
It is not.
That's still a 16.
Still a 16. It takes you a moment, because this room is massive, to take in quite how large this creature is. But by the time you see it kind of approach, you get the sense that this is probably on the younger side, but still an adult red dragon. This kind of heat emanating from the corner of its mouth as it looks at the both of you.
I look at the eyes.
Squints for a moment.
I squint.
What are you?
I would say a protector of balance, but some could say an abomination.
As it speaks, it has a very broken sense of language. Like it never quite got the chance to learn it. Seems to kind of comprehend half of what you have to say. Like me.
I speak in Draconic to see if that gets it better than what it was before.
It has no idea what you're saying.
In Draconic? Oh, okay, about common. Like you, eh? Some sort of... This is the same voice as the hag?
No, this is a different creature entirely.
You're interesting. Did not expect to see a dragon inside a tree.
This is home. Nowhere else to go.
Did you make a deal?
You hear a voice from the back of the chamber. No, he hatched here. Been with me for as long as he can remember. You see this thing kind of scurry back into the trees and kind of disappear into the back of this chamber. as you can now see looming towards you. Not as tall as Mother, but only a little bit shorter. This kind of crooked, twisted visage of a woman. Pale blue flesh. You can see hair that drapes down almost to her knees. One arm is almost childlike with how gaunt it is with no muscle, and the other this large, muscular abomination with clawed talons at the end that drags on the ground next to her. She kind of hobbles in your direction.
For one that goes by Granny, you're a lot more younger looking than Mother.
Yes, flatter her.
Why, thank you.
Dude, I feel like a sadness in my chest when the dragon got scared.
Give me an insight check.
Curious if there's a part of me that's changed. It's gonna be 23.
23. You get the sense that this dragon has known no other life than subservience to this hag. Like, it is essentially a pet, if nothing else.
That's an adult dragon.
Yeah.
That's bonkers.
And red?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's
Wonder
the
who gave
non-pussy
them
out of the dragons.
Jesus. And it just scurried out the room.
Kind of glances in the direction of Lily. Arm outstretched, which is now like melted to about the elbow, just limp hanging out of the ice. Well, you are in trouble. She kind of hobbles in your direction until she is like maybe 10 feet from you, looming over the both of you.
In more ways than one, and I reveal my wound
Oh,
from
yes.
my hag.
She yet lives. Well, well.
Our main purpose was to come here and actually ask for your help in getting rid of her. She's causing a lot of problems back home.
And she ran away from us to hide in her coven.
Coven of what?
One, she says.
Still raving on about that after all this time.
And we were told from someone that helped you get here that maybe you could help us.
For the right price, of course.
Yes.
Everything has a price if you're willing to pay it.
But I think right now, what's more important to me is Lily.
Yeah.
To bring one back from the brink, from the beyond, that is no small feat, no small ask.
Let me ask you something. You're the matron of balance, you say?
Indeed.
And I look at my necklace. I've made a vow to protect the balance myself, so I understand the fair price and I will stick to one. But I expect a fair price of myself as well. Did you pay a price for the assistance you got to get here as well?
Of course.
Can we ask you how much you would like Mother dead? If you would want her dead at all.
She takes a moment to kind of think to herself, kind of looming over you. You can see like frost coming out of her breath in this warm inner chamber here. She kind of opens her mouth a little bit. She has these tiny little razor-sharp teeth that line the inside of a much too wide mouth that stretches across her face. I am far enough away from the trouble, but some justice for my sister wouldn't go unnoticed.
You may think you're far away for now, but what she has planned affects probably all planes.
Possibly.
I understand that maybe You don't give people the choice of what they pay with, especially for something as deeply as a life.
Can I insight check her? Is she putting up like a wall to kind of give the illusion that she's not actually like worried about it, but she is worried about it?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Natural 20, 23.
She seems to have this air about her of, I've been here for centuries unaffected. I should be fine.
That's fair.
She's planning something to do with the Day of Blood. I don't know if you know what that is.
I have heard rumors, whispers.
And she's taking fey creatures and merging them with demons. Which means she will enter this realm to get more for her army. What I propose, which I think is a fair balance for avenging your sister and potentially saving you quite a lot of trouble later down the road, is bring Lily back to us and let her help us fight the Night Hag known as Mother. If we do not defeat her, then Lily's life is yours to get rid of. But if we defeat her and kill her, then she stays. It's a life for a life, and it's something that you would want.
See, this kind of grin creeps across her face, like her mouth is physically stretching from ear to ear.
I like the thought. A brilliant start. But to bring one back, that energy must come from somewhere to begin with.
To begin with, you say?
Cannot bring her back on willpower alone. Life will have to be drawn from somewhere.
What are your suggestions? We don't know what type of life would do. We're new to this.
She kind of walks around a little bit, dragging that monstrous claw along the floor, walks over to one of those trees and kind of slams that fist onto it.
To bring one back, we could take life from something yet to live, to pull strength from something that already does. And should Mabel eventually fall, her life can be used to bring back what was lost.
I see.
But something will need to be gone for a time.
It just has to be a living thing. It doesn't have to be a person.
Something of great import to someone, with life coursing through it.
And it has to be important to us, so we can't just say some random person's sister or brother or uncle.
You're getting the idea.
Can we have a moment to discuss this?
Of course.
You don't want to do it? But if we have to kill the hag, if we don't kill the hag, millions die.
How does that even work? That let's say you had a brother that you are very good friends with, whatever, he's alive and well in Argentum. Let's say we make this pact. Does he just, and then when it's done,
Comes back.
like what is the fine print here? Like what?
Give me a moment. You said to life that isn't alive yet as well, correct? The future of something being alive.
If you would so prefer, something of import and value and
If someone was
energy.
going to have a child, or they could, per se, put their firstborn on the line, would that be enough?
Kind of walks up to you, That large monstrous claw reaches out and kind of grabs your chin and looks at you. It pulls back. What are you offering?
Do you know someone?
At some point in the future, do you know who I am?
I'm getting some idea.
Strider looks at Lily's body.
Yeah.
I come from family line that's lived for centuries, perhaps. I don't know how long. We've done the same thing over and over again. And we've protected people for a long time. Protected the balance. If you're so-called the matron of balance, you would know of us, probably.
We have been adversaries for some time. You maintain the balance and I twist it. That's how it has been.
I see. Well, I assume you know that all of my family's dead but me and my sister.
Go on.
For the line to continue and for us to continue this path, my family's bloodline, for me to continue the protection, I would need to have children in the future to carry on that path. Without it, it ends when I die. My sister doesn't follow that line anymore.
The life of generations, the life of one. That's something you're willing to risk for such a new friend.
Two things you need to get straight. You are the matron of balance, you say. Now, the way you just worded that does seem like if I do have that cost put on the table, it did sound like you would owe us more. Because century of lives versus one life doesn't feel balanced.
Maybe not to you. Whoever said I maintained it. Merely tipped it in the favor of those that come knocking.
And second, it's not a risk because we'll kill that hag.
You seem awfully certain.
I have my reasons for being certain. And I will look so that Yorna knows when I say that, but to not let the hag know. I doubt she could tell, but I look at my wrist where my pack is with the dryad. In the sense, if I don't kill it, I'm fucked either way.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Nice, nice.
That's pretty good, to be honest. Nat 20.
She takes this look at you. To return the energy to one such as your friend, the essence of life. I can take it from your future for a time, but to be certain, there is yet another with your blood, and she will be pulled into your mess as well.
The deal is my future, not
The
anyone
deal
else.
is your bloodline.
It's not the blood that carries our family's pact. It's our choice and our path. She does not follow that path anymore. She made sure I knew that. I try to convince her.
Narrow. Need one more persuasion with advantage here.
Seven.
A half-baked deal won't do, I'm afraid. This is all or nothing.
What would you do to my sister?
The same that I will do from you. Any chance of a future beyond her will be removed until Mother is resting swiftly beneath the soil. Your bloodline, in exchange for her life,
balancing on the deal of you following through.
You mean she wouldn't be able to have a child either?
Unless you manage to remove Mabel.
No timer.
I have plenty of time.
So we have...
Your future for hers. Simple as that. And if you can follow through on our little bargain, I'll give it back. In exchange for having Mabel right here with me. That is the life that I will keep, should you deliver it.
I look to Yorna. If I make this deal, we need to know how to kill her. And that's something we're gonna have to trade for.
Well, then maybe don't make the deal just yet. Okay, then we put that deal to the side as a...
You?
Yes.
There's a curiosity about you. Continue.
In order to kill Mother, we need some knowledge, because what we did last time was not good enough. We need an advantage. And we think that you will be able to give us this advantage. So in exchange for knowledge, what is it that you would like of me?
Specific. What do you want?
How do we make sure that she can't escape? And how do we make sure that when she is dead, she stays dead?
Certainty. The ability to know. What do you feel would be an equal price for such knowledge?
Knowledge for knowledge, but I don't know what kind of knowledge I possess that would equal this knowledge. I have a question. This is half related. The Mother has plagued our dreams with nightmares. And I think that sometimes the truth can be twisted in order to make it nightmarish. And I want to ask you a question. Did you make a deal with Van Deer Valstrom in exchange for my druidic power, which I have no access to?
She leans in, much like she did with Strider, kind of cups those large claws around the bottom of your face.
I want to try read her eyes. What is her reaction to
Give me an
this?
insight check.
Oh. 12.
She is impossibly hard to read. This is a being that has lived on her ability to talk and convince.
No, I did not.
Can I see if you like?
Give me an insight check.
Please. Please.
Insight, which is wisdom, because I have advantage on all wisdom checks today. Well, it's definitely gonna be a high roll, boys. That's going to be a 27.
She is answering truthfully to the question that was asked.
Yeah, I thought that.
Whether there is another form of that question that might have elicited a different response is unknown.
What? Because what was it? I just asked her.
You referred to you.
Hmm?
You referred to you. Like, my power's taken. Where you said in your dream. That
The powers of
someone.
Shoot. God damn it. This sucks.
Choose your words wisely.
What do you want? I ask you again.
Nothing to offer.
I'm not asking what you have to offer. What do you want?
I want to know Mother's weakness.
To be exact, we want to know what will kill her forever.
Give me a persuasion check, both of you.
Advantage.
Yeah.
17.
17, all right.
12.
Looks out. It's kind of almost intrigued look. She's not looking for the deal here. She's just curious.
It is not her strength that keeps her alive. She has not been Mabel for a long time. Find the source of that strength. That's what you need to get rid of. Now I ask you again, what do you want?
I want to know why, out of all the children that my father fathered, why was I the one that did not gain druidic power? Why was I not given that chance?
You wish to know why? That is the deal you would make?
If I want to know why, I can probably just ask him. No, I want to know how I can get it back.
For the right price, anything's possible.
That large clawed hand that rests at her side, she pulls up. You see this almost fey magic swirling in that hand, this eruption of violent energy. The most hostile aspects of the Fae crawling around her fingertips.
Yeesh.
As she reaches that clawed hand down to the ground and rises it up. And you see this almost spectral version of yourself kind of apparate in space. Almost like looking at the spirit of Bloomgrove. This kind of amorphous humanoid figure. You can see strands of your hair falling over a face. You can see the shape of a shield undefined on her arm. Yet there is a power and a strength to this visage that you are looking at. She has tended my gardens for a very long time. What will you give me in return for such overwhelming strength?
I'm sorry, you've been using her for gardening?
She was mine to do with as I pleased. This tree looks lovely with a canopy, don't you think?
This is some next level gardening.
Don't. Now's not the time.
He kind of walks away as you're collecting your thoughts and plucks one of those apples from the tree.
The fruits of your labor?
Hands you the apple.
Oh my god, the audacity! I take it.
Don't eat it.
I'm not going to lie, I am very thoroughly baffled. This is not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
Not this. What would I give? What can I give? I've worked. Oh my god. I've worked too hard to give up my ability to fight at a level above others. I will not give that up. There must be something else, equally. I'm racking my brains.
You need a minute?
Let me think it over.
Can I, well, not return to the necklace? I really need to grab it, and I want to try see if I can connect to the grandfather tree.
Yeah.
I need to feel it.
You took the necklace back when you entered,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Feel the tree.
Yeah, give me a... You tell me if you think that this would be more of a nature check or a religion check.
I feel like everything's been naturey so far.
Yeah.
Um, 23.
Kind of hold it tight, and you've been wandering these halls for a while, and finally you feel that connection, that attunement return to you. As Yorna is having that conversation, you kind of almost zone out for a time. Let your eyes glaze over, and you feel that in your chest. Familiar sensation. You're not usually aware of the blood running through your veins, but you can feel that sap crawling through your system. So your eyes kind of go dark, and you feel as if you're back within that tree.
Grandfather, I don't know if you can hear me, but someone precious to me, one of my allies, has died and fallen. There's a way to bring them back, but I can't think of anything if that would make the matron of balance find it a fair value unless I put on the line the next generation of us. next generation of protectors. As long as we kill the Night Hag, the generation will continue. And the Night Hag's life will be used. But it's still a risk. I really took up the mantle, and already less than a month, it is down to me almost deciding if it's going to end with me. The logical part of my head's telling me it's one life for a potential, 20, 30 more, it could be generations of things that have been here, people, protectors that have done this for years. How do I justify this?
Kind of push that thought through this almost unconscious state, this once in a lifetime connection to this ancient tree. This connection is more than sitting beneath it under the night sky with that tree above you. You don't have to wait for the words that take minutes to return. Instead, you are almost one with its consciousness, hearing its thoughts alongside your own. And a thought comes to you plain and simple. You have to succeed, because if you do not, there will be no world for a future generation to protect.
I open my eyes and instantly lock on to the hag.
Yeah.
Granny.
She's just kind of handed that apple over to Yorna.
I step almost as quickly as I can, just face to face, no distance between us.
Yeah.
I have my chin up and I look slightly, as much as I can, look down at her, but
Yeah,
she's
like
holding
up your
it,
nose at her, yeah.
I hold my necklace.
You look awfully certain about something.
Adversaries you called me, correct? Then you know what my family's known for? What the Bellwoods are known for?
Indeed.
Lily's time wasn't now, and that interrupts the balance. The Night Hag is interrupting the balance by summoning demons, making abominations out of fays and demons alike, and is planning some sort of attack on the whole continent that we live on, and maybe the world. That upsets the balance. If Lily wasn't meant to be gone and the Night Hag is supposed to die, then I will succeed my mission. A deal's a deal.
Kind of steps over to that block of ice. A pool of water kind of slowly melting out from underneath Lily. She takes that large hand and kind of just claws along the top of that block of ice.
You're right. She died for your cause, didn't she? This wasn't really on her agenda in the first place. Only right that you give something up to bring her back.
Yes.
And if you somehow succeed where many before you have failed, well, then I suppose you get the last laugh.
And I'd like to correct one thing. Many people have failed before us on this venture, this quest. But people haven't failed in vain to defeat her. Some of their information and some of their stories live on with me, and I hold my book out. So please refrain from saying that people failed in that quest.
Reaches her hand out. That large clawed hand that's about the size of your torso in your direction. You see again that violent fey energy starts swirling around it as she extends her hand for a handshake. A deal to be made.
Ah.
I unbandage my arm. It's gonna look weird.
You feel her claws grip around your forearm. Her fingers sink into the back up near your elbow, piercing through the skin. This searing pain shoots through you, dozens of times worse than what you felt when that dryad had made a deal. This ancient fey power, an unbreakable bond. A deal that cannot be reversed except through finalizing its execution.
As this is happening, I want to only think 2 words through my head, and I want to try using my bond to my sister, and just, if she's feeling this feeling as well as I am, just, I'm sorry, and I want to see if that gets to her.
Lily. As that chill of the room around you turns to a warmth and your vision fades in this icy cavern inside the mountains, where does your mind wander to?
I would probably think back to playing at Krongel's Tavern, as it was a happy time in my life, and seeing everyone drinking and having fun.
Looking around this familiar place, this tavern in a small town where the locals are friendly and familiar, and you know more people by name here than you ever would have before. Strumming away on that instrument, performing for a crowd who are happy and smiling and jovial. You look out through this crowd. You see Strider sitting there at the back of the room. There's someone sitting next to him that you can't quite make out, this feminine individual that seems to keep getting kind of swept behind the crowd moving around in front of her. Strider's kind of just sitting there watching you perform for a while. As this deal is being made, you feel your mind pulled into this space. You see Lily there performing, the crowd happy in front of her. You look over to your side and can see this kind of amorphous memory that you can't quite make out. As you're kind of in this joined vision, what does Strider do?
I first turn to the shaky vision that I assume is my sister, and I grab her hand. I squeeze as tight as I can in this blurry state that she's in. I just say, I'm sorry if you felt anything just now. Someone important has died, and I had to fix that. Don't worry. Nothing bad will happen to us. And I will push past everyone that's standing in the crowd and rush up to the stage. And climb on.
Yeah, you rush up, Lily's there performing. You see Strider push through the crowd and run up towards you.
Lily.
What are you doing here?
Lovely place, but you need to come with me.
Come where?
There's no great way to say this at all, but in the cavern, we couldn't protect you when you died. I don't know where here is or what you're doing here, but I've made a deal with the hag to bring you back alive.
You're with the hag?
Yeah. And it took a bit, but she's agreed to bring you back for a price.
And what price was that?
Nothing,
Short to say.
just, the promise of my whole line after me.
You gave up your bloodline?
In a way, I can't have children unless we kill the night hag.
Then let's kill the night hag.
That's what I want to hear. And I grab Lily and hug her.
Yeah. Can I please get each of you to roll a d20 here?
D20.
Make it a good
I
one.
fucked this up. I got a 5.
Great. I'm glad one of them was above 10. As you embrace her in that moment, you feel that searing pain pull out of your arm. Yorna, standing there, you watch Strider kind of drop to his knees for a moment. And then you look over at that iceberg with Lily contained inside. You can see the ice slowly beginning to melt. And on a nat 20, as you awaken, at first you are in that memory, that distant recollection, embracing Strider and ready to pull back into this place. But between there and here, you pass through somewhere else. Something that was trying to take hold of you in death. Something that was trying to force its way in and take control. You hear hundreds, if not thousands, of voices echoing in your mind. Welcome, 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 welcome. One more. We have another. There's another one.
Oh my god.
You see almost a vision of this amorphous face that looks like a female, but where the mouth should push in and the eye sockets should have eyes behind them. It's just like clay has been stretched over a face. There is no hole for the mouth. There is no nostrils. The eyes are just kind of blended over this kind of slick, smooth visage of a woman. The face of something that was trying to pull you in and take you for their own. Something that was just waiting for the moment of death. You sense anger, roiling rage, and then a sense of loss when they realize you're not joining them. And then your eyes fling open, but you're still frozen stiff. The images around you are distorted through what looks like a blanket of ice. And the two of you look over and see Lily's eyes still wide. The light return to them and just kind of start looking around within that ice, still frozen in place as her hand kind of comes back to motion.
I run over to the ice cube
Yeah.
and I give it a big ol' hug and try and use my warmth to help melt the ice.
What Strider doing is you kind of come to and
I pull out my dagger and I'm just going to start cracking up.
Two kinds of people.
you run over
To the mouth first.
between the body heat, chipping away at this. A brief time passes with Ada just kind of watching you in the background. That dragon crawls up next to her, using her large clawed hand, just kind of pet it as she watches on, this grin stretching from ear to ear like her face has almost physically split open, hundreds of tiny teeth.
Can I turn around
Yeah.
and be like, dragon to dragon, want to give us a little hand?
Walks over and just this plume of soft flame, which seems to be about all he can muster.
He's been like beat to submission.
The
Damn.
what you would expect a young dragon to maybe be able to produce.
Aww.
And over the course of not much longer, that ice begins to melt away until eventually you're all sitting there in a puddle of lukewarm water. The life returned to Lily's eyes.
I'm like hanging onto her and I'm not letting go.
I think it's squeezing me too hard.
I don't care. I'm so glad you're back.
Yeah.
It really tore us apart.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I should have been there for you and I wasn't. I'm glad you're back.
Same here.
It's good to see you again.
I take it you're the hag.
Guilty as charged.
What a way to wake up, I guess.
Do you want a health potion?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. It's a
And
regular.
I gave my deal with the
Yeah, do I
granny
start at
stuff.
1?
Finish that now before we wrap up.
A
session?
hug, Lily.
Yes.
You will take a moment to just envelop one another from a morning of sheer loss, a determination to push forward and to find a solution. Tears streaming down your faces as you kind of feel Yorna pull back from the group, walk in the way of Ada.
I have given this deal some thought. And the only thing that I can think of that is equal to what I desire, I would like to give up some of my existing strength that I have worked hard to build up in exchange for this natural power back. And I want to offer a -1 to my current strength score and a level in fighter in exchange for a level in druid.
Okay. So you want to knock off a level of finder? All right. What is your current strength score?
It's 18, so it would go down to 17, so +3.
So that would drop the category it's in?
It
Is it
would.
currently +4?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks you over a little bit.
You get the idea. Your experience without this strength, for some of it returned. And then a little extra just for me.
Her arm extends out again. You feel that Fey energy erupt around it. That visage of you, that spectral Yorna, that visage of your power made manifest, sucks into that stream of magic, and all of you watch as the chamber itself grows dim, and that magical luminescence erupts green within this room. And she stretches it out to you.
Ready for a new path?
Yeah.
She grips tight, and again, you feel those talons sink into the back of your arm. And in this moment as well, can you give me, please, Arcana or Insight? Your choice.
I'm gonna do insight. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You feel some of that strength begin to leave you as some of this power begins to join. Immediately, there is this recognition of life beyond what you could have seen in the past. Even within this room around you, you can sense the essence that runs through the trees, through the plant life around you, through the dragon. This existence, this being, this layer underneath life. You also get a sense of another thing. This power that is being returned to you. At first you're not entirely sure if it is because your experiences have made you who you are now. But the strength that is being returned to you is not the full power it once was. You kind of dig a little deeper in that for a moment, and you feel that some of that power was expended elsewhere. As she just mentioned, equal exchange, and then a little bit just for her. This essence of your druidic power was that little bit that she took for whatever deal was made. But it doesn't feel like anyone else is using it. It was used for something else.
So almost like, let's say my power was a pie.
Yeah.
And like there's a 10th of it missing, but it wasn't used.
More like half.
Half?
Feels like she probably only remained with half, and the other half was used for something greater. Whatever the deal was made used that part of that druidic essence.
Ah.
You remember the words that you heard in your dream. Someone that had the druidic capability to be an elder. You've come this far in your life without honing any of that, and some of that fighter will remain with you. Doesn't necessarily bother you. You don't think that at this point you ever could have made full use of that power as it is. But whatever deal was made, it was not simply a transference. It was used for something. As that deal is made, you can take a -1 to your strength score. And in this moment, as we will continue this conversation probably throughout the next session, but at the end of it all, I'll kind of let you decide this here. At the end of this confrontation, at the end of this journey, the group will level up. So do you want to just have that next level be druid, or would you actually like to replace a fighter level?
The next level will be druid.
Okay. So for now then, you can just mark a -1 to your strength score.
Cool.
Because you lose extra attack if you went down.
No, I don't. I had to check. It just means I get both of the maneuvers that I just got would have been gone, and my know your enemy would have been gone. But other than that, that was all I was losing. And I'm like, okay, at least it wasn't the extra attack, but also kind of bummer. I'm mostly wounded by the strength score thing, but I'm like, that seems pretty.
That's just a bit of a permanent debuff.
Did a visual change? Like, is it experience and strength, or is there like a change to muscle?
I'll say that it doesn't visually appear like there is enough visual change in Yorna,
No,
unless you think there would be.
no, there wouldn't be.
What you do notice is that little bit of strength that wasn't necessarily required. Just see that arm of the hag kind of bulge up a little bit more as she takes that for herself. Physical traits, they seem to go to her. And as you feel her claws pull free from your arm, you can feel the pain of the wounds, but they close up almost immediately, but you can tell that's going to hurt for days. You kind of look around the room here. And as you take in what just happened, you can now feel the essence of life flowing through the trees. There's a layer beneath your friends that you never would have noticed before. This kind of primordial essence that runs through all living things. Strider, as you look down now at your wrist, what started as a small emblem of a tree seems to have sprouted out like it has extended up your arm. The canopy almost greeting the bottom of your wrist and the roots running a little further down than they were before. As if this continued pact, this ongoing deal with this hag, will remain with you for pretty much the same amount of time that that other one will.
Yep.
Lily, as you kind of try and wrap your head around the lost hours,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
finding yourself in this place and wondering what your friends went through to get here. With the party back together, with a few deals made and maybe a few more to come. I reckon we'll end the session there and pick up again next time if there's any further conversation you wish to have.
What
now
if-
that you know how the hag works.
Friggin' roller coaster.
There's still more things we need to know where the coven is.
We still need to know where the coven is, and we also still need a cure.
Yeah, there's that.
But
Our two main things
Yeah.
we came here for.
well, this
Coven and a cure.
this was like a secondary thing for Yorna, but as it like progressed, it was like
Yeah.
this was for Yorna. This had to be.
Lily
for
fucking
Yorna.
died.
Dude, you died and came back. Damn,
I
fact
pulled
that
up
the-
Percy.
The fact that happened in one session is wild.
That's what I'm saying. It was a roller coaster of a session.